Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Friday, October 12th. This is Gina Palma. Today we'll have no significant impacts to the Great Basin. However, a strong cold front will be dropping down from the north on Saturday and Sunday, bringing gusty winds and much colder temperatures and some snow showers. On Saturday, the winds will be located over the northern half of the Great Basin. However, relative humidity will remain higher, and we will see some of those colder temperatures and some snow showers over parts of Idaho into Wyoming. By Sunday, the cold temperatures push down almost all the way through the Great Basin as the cold front sweeps through the area, with still some gusty winds and lower relative humidity over parts of Nevada. Temperatures will be dropping to 10 to 20 degrees below normal, with highs in the blue shaded area only reaching the 40s in many areas, with lows down into the teens. Over the last 24 hours, we've only seen a few isolated thunderstorms over southern areas of the Great Basin, with some showers over the eastern half of the area, the majority of these being on the lighter side, with a few heavier showers over parts of the far south. Light initial attack occurred yesterday across the Great Basin, and you can see the areas in the purple circles are where we're starting to see our prescribed fires. Over the last 7 days, we've seen very wet conditions across the Great Basin continue, with well above normal precipitation. We've seen precipitation totals above 400 or 800% of normal. Over the last 30 days, all the precipitation we've seen has largely been above normal in many areas as well. Obviously, due to these very wet conditions and colder temperatures, we've seen ERCs plummet across the area, with most, if not all, areas below the 50th percentile. Looking at some of our drier spots of western and southern Nevada, ERCs are below normal in the west. Again, they have dropped significantly, but these are some of our higher spots in the Great Basin. Down in the far south, ERCs are near normal for the time of year. The satellite loop from this morning shows a fairly quiet picture across the Great Basin, kind of in between systems, with generally clear skies today and lighter winds. We will see this cold front up into Canada drop south as we move through the weekend, again bringing much colder temperatures and gusty winds. Looking at the weather picture for later today, again we are kind of in between systems with generally clear skies, light winds, and low fire potential. Temperatures will remain in the 50s and 60s across much of the area, with areas in the far south in the low 80s, generally light to moderate winds region-wide. However, as we move into Saturday, we will see a significant change in the north as a strong cold front drops south. This will start dropping our temperatures across Idaho and Wyoming, along with bringing some gusty winds. Fire potential will, however, remain low. Looking at how our temperatures will be changing, highs will drop into the 30s and 40s over parts of the higher terrain of Idaho and Wyoming. And you can see the gusty winds in the image on the right, with gusty north to northeast winds between about 30 and 40 miles per hour across much of Idaho, Wyoming, and the northern portions of Utah and Nevada. However, relative humidity will remain higher. As we go into Sunday, this cold front sweeps through the entire Great Basin, bringing those cold temperatures almost region-wide. Fire potential will remain low. However, we will see some gusty winds push further south, and you can see on Sunday those stronger winds are now over the southern half of the Great Basin. It's these areas over southern and western Nevada into parts of the Sierra Front that may see relative humidity below 15% with these gusty winds. However, looking at temperatures, you can see the significant drop in temperatures across many areas. We'll see highs only in the 30s and 40s over all of Idaho into Wyoming and most of Utah and eastern Nevada. Overall forecast amounts of precipitation with this cold front will remain fairly light. However, the higher amounts and some accumulating snowfall will occur in western Wyoming. Also, snow levels will be dropping to valley floors in most of those regions. As we look into next week, we will see the pattern reverse itself again with warmer and drier conditions return to the Great Basin starting on Monday. However, some of those cool temperatures over the southern half of the area will remain with low fire potential. As we go through Tuesday, again, generally warm conditions. We do have an area of low pressure in parts of the southwest, and that will start to move north as we move towards Wednesday. So you may see a few showers or thunderstorms over parts of southeast Utah with this low, the way it's looking right now. However, the rest of the Great Basin will remain dry and warm. We'll continue with low fire potential. These conditions continue on Thursday as that low tracks further northeast. Forecast amounts of precipitation, again, any of this precip up north is generally what we'll see here in the next couple of days with the cold front. And then over southeast Utah, again, by the middle of next week, we may see some light showers or thunderstorms. Otherwise, looking at our long-term outlook, our 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us into the third week of October, showing generally warm conditions and dry conditions remaining for the basin. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for our last fire potential webcast of the season.